Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to Spirit Medium Laura Mediumship and Messages. Here you can enjoy healing to happiness with exceptional, evidential, and ethical spirit communications. Spirit Medium Laura has been channeling spirit for over 30 years. She is a research medium and is featured as a top 100 psychic in America. Here is Spirit Medium Laura now.
I am all filled with all kinds of technical things going on this evening. Tammy, I left you in the middle, so finally, oh, there it goes back. Susie, if you can go to Tammy at 586. I was just in the middle of asking her what she was calling for when the show started, and it was not reflected on my screen that it would be starting, so please forgive me. All kinds of things are going on crazy over here. Anyway, let's hope that the rest of the show is just as exciting as all this crazy technical stuff. Who knows? Maybe there's some good spirits around. Welcome to the show. This is Spirit Medium Laura, and this is Mediumship Messages. I also do channeling. The first 15 minutes of the show is more group messages. I'll make some announcements, and then I will go into a focused subject, and then I will do a channeled message, something that Lord only knows who'll be coming in. There's all kinds of stuff always channeling through me. And then after that, I'll be focusing on Otherside connections. So those of you who have called in for Otherside connections, you will be given a priority there. And then I will be going to those people who made donations. If you made a donation and you want an Otherside connection, then you're really prioritized. But there are two people who did make a donation. They want life readings this evening. That would be Jackie, and that would be Susie B. Hey, Susie, thank you so much, sweetheart. Then I go to everybody else. And if you're wanting a live question to be answered, or if you're wanting some mediumship at that point, hopefully, usually I do the mediumship at the beginning of the show, but sometimes I'll do it later. That means connecting to the other side, for those of you who are not familiar with the jargon. I also do medical intuition and in complement but not replacement for licensed medical advice, and I do a lot of things. So anyway, welcome to the shoe, as I love to say. And there is a website that reflects what I am saying. That is the website for this show, and it is called spiritmediumtv.com. That's spiritmediumtv.com, and there you may obtain 5 different things, the first of which is instructions on how to obtain a discount in a private session with me. The second item on spiritmediumtv.com is how to be in to win a private session with me. And I've got 3 people who gave me their email as I was pre-screening the calls. Thank you very much. And everybody else that Susie B is talking to, if you're just listening, just go to spiritmediumtv.com and join the mailing list. There's a form on the upper right portion of the screen you can fill in, and voila, you're in to win the August contest. And you're not competing with everybody, you're just competing with those who join the mailing list during August. And every month we have a drawing. Every month we have a winner. The third thing is one of my fun things to say. The third thing on spiritmediumtv.com is the Ain't No Wait. If you have an urgent matter that just can't wait, donate 8 and jump the gate. Oh, God, I love making rhymes. Okay, so that's number 3. You can make a donation and jump the gate. And we do have 2 people that I know of that did donate rather generously, I might add. That goes in part to help an animal charity. And the 4th thing is how to get certified. Okay, I have written a complete 4-month soul psychic healer master certification program, and item 4 on spiritmediumtv.com gives you information on that as well as a testimonial. And the 5th thing is, brace yourselves. If you're on a chair, hold the sides of it because you may fall off your chair. If you want to see me live doing the show, hopefully it's working today because I had so many problems with it. And by the way, if anybody goes to this location and sees it is not working, please let me know in the chat room. Okay, so that would be spiritmediumtv.com. Go to that page on the internet and go to the bottom, and there's a video there. If you click on it, you should see me in front of the camera. Hopefully you'll be able to do that, because this show not only is a blog talk radio show, but it's also a Google TV show, which goes to YouTube. I decided to make it into a TV show because I think it gives you, if you're a listener, if you participate, more of a, a sense of an experience, a connection better. I don't need it. I don't see you, but you'll get to see me and making all kinds of funny faces. And today my hair is very wild and frizzy, which is the real me, by the way. All that other stuff is just like, smoke and mirrors. The real me is like the frizzy, wild hair. Okay, so what else is there? Something else I need to talk about? Oh yeah, I always like to bring in a testimonial. I get a lot of them, and I appreciate them. If you ever give me one, I totally appreciate it. It always brings a smile to my face. Here's a nice one. I just did medical intuition for somebody, medical mediumship, and a healing for somebody by the name of Joan. And by the way, Joan, I thank you so much for your lovely feedback, which is, Laura, I want to thank you for being so helpful, and the information you gave me is being used in healing my breast cancer. You are very in tune with spirit and a very kind soul. I would highly recommend you to others for any service needed. Now, I am only in complement to, not replacement for, licensed medical advice, but the guides come in and they say all kinds of things. One of my passions is holistic healing, not only on a mind, body, soul, spiritual level or energetic level, but also I like to learn about that stuff. So, and I am a certified health coach, but that only means basically I'm in an educator capacity. Again, I'm not treating you for illness. I can make no claims as I am not licensed. But in any event, we all need ideas and we all need spirit healing. So those are things I do with that. Okay, so the focus subject for this evening is there's so many things that we can speak about, but right before the show began, I decided that rather than focus on the last channeling, which I did over the weekend, which is there as an article on my website. If you're coming in a later time, a good word to use to find that article is thrive. THRIVE. That article speaks about how to thrive in life through using spiritual principles. And one of them is passion, purpose, and all that. I'm not going to go so much into that. Today I'm going to go into something I just channeled a few moments ago about love and the ones. I always channeled the ones on this show. I've been asking for other entities to come through, and I will again later when I do the live channeling. Ask for. I'm going to try to. I am going to ask for a different entity, but the ones seem to be plugged in here. Okay, I can't escape them. Not that I would want to, because they have important messages, and mostly it's about love. Okay, but they don't mean like romantic love. They mean universal love. And today they channeled through me and started to talk about it. They started with an image of imagine yourself seeing a tragedy. There's tons of them always, like Louisiana and the floods, okay? Or the Islamic terrorist bombings somewhere. We just had another one over the weekend. It's postulated that a young child, 12 years old, entered a wedding and killed 53 people, something like that. So imagine these tragedies that we have to witness every day. Imagine that you could see it from a higher, this is what they said. This is what the one said. Imagine that you can look at everything, both what you desire and what you don't desire, what you think is horrible, from a position of being impartial, detached, and still loving it for what it is. The true nature of something we would otherwise be in judgment of and be repelled from and consider horrible. From the one's perspective, they're bringing in a new way of looking at things, which is a perspective of detachment. And when you can get to beyond detachment to actually loving all things good and bad in your life, literally sending it love. Actually, we could probably do an exercise on that maybe sometime in the future, but sending it love or looking at it in a loving way as part of the it is what is, the I am that I am. I am that I am means we love things as they are. Okay, not the way we want them to be, not from our ego of its aggrandizement or, looking good or any of that, but just the ugly, the good, the bad, and the ugly, loving everything. And not in a connected emotional way, but a position of detachment and a refined perspective that is more spiritual, if you will. This allows you to ascend. It's one of the characteristics of ascension. And that is an overused phrase, an overused word, ascension. I wonder if you know what is meant by that. I would like to suggest that what it means is raising your vibration to higher frequencies where we are one with the all and we create at will. You can only create at will if you're in a detached state. It's that gratitude state a lot of people talk about, but it's not. It's more of a detached state or a loving things just as they are. It doesn't mean you're running around singing a happy tune about things. It just means you're in the flow of things. So when you're in the flow of things, you don't see one thing good and one thing bad. When you don't polarize your perspective, but rather enter the wonder of oneness, if you will, where you're connected to everything as if everything is good, just as it is. When you can do that, when you can see the positive and the negative, assuming that there's good to come from something that maybe otherwise you wouldn't have known or maybe don't know it right now, just seeing it as good. When you're in that frame of mind, you have taken a very important step towards a miracle frequency. And a miracle frequency allows you to create at will a more joyful experience. So joy is basically it. Somebody once said to me, I think I finally discovered the meaning of life. I said, what? He said, fun, F-U-N, fun. And on a very simplistic level, I would say then it is fun. But fun comes from this idea that all things as they are good. You lost money, it's still good. Okay. When you can start doing that, it's a constant, never-ending churning of making lemonade from lemons in a joyful way. When you can do that, you're on a new frequency, and that you will be attracting abundance. You will be attracting all kinds of things, and you'll be able to create your universe, your experience at will. That's the purpose of evolving, is to be able to create as a co-creator from universal mind. Okay. So here I go now. We're going to do our little connection, our energy connection, and then I'm going to do some channeling. And let me see something here. I have a feeling, or I would like to channel a specific entity, but we'll see if that entity will come through. So everybody listening, if you would please just relax, sit back in your respective seats, and start to breathe abdominally. Breathe from your abdominal area, taking in deep breath inward, and then exhale from your abdominal area, allowing yourself to get very light, free, and relaxed. If you're calling for an other side connection, if you would please ask your loved one or loved ones in spirit to come join you right now. If you want a healing or you have a life question, ask that your life question and your healing be successful. And as you do that, I'm going to go do the prayer. I'll be back in a second. Good. And now what I need you all to do on your next exhale of breath, if you would please release your energy into your space, I will connect all of us. One moment, please. Okay, good. Give me a moment to make a connection to channeling. We are here. We are the ones. We have listened to your lecture earlier. We are pleased with the words that have been expelled from your mouth. We think that the words are on point for what we meant earlier today, which is all about the idea of loving what is exactly as it is. There is no other way to be in the universe other than one with it. When you are one with things, both good and bad, and no longer in a state of anxiety or polarization, as it were, you will find that your life will flow easier. You will find that things will come to you easier. You will no longer be alone. You will be connected. One of the telltale signs of polarized being is that you do feel alone. When you start to feel connected at all points in time to the universe, to nature, to what is, to even what you do not like, when you start to feel a connection to these things, you will understand the nature of the universe. The nature of the universe is one of connectivity. All things are connected to all other events. The good, the bad, the ugly. What you see is separate from yourself is truly part of yourself. If you see negativity in another being, you have it in yourself. And so therefore, you must clear that. You clear that through love. Love the negativity you see in another first, and then you will be clearing it in yourself. This is the gift of having the human experience. When you love that which you do not love, you become cleared of your own negative energy patterns. When you love what you cannot love, when you love it exactly as it is, you have cleared yourself of detrimental, toxic, vibrational forces which hold you back from evolving, from ascending, and from beginning what you can be, becoming what you can be. You are all universal beings. None of you are separate from the whole. Each of you are connected to the whole. And when you start to know the connection through loving everything, this is the first step, you will become connected. And in the connection, you will see things easier as they are. And as you see things as they are, you will know what you need to know to evolve. You will feel, you will understand, and you will have purpose. Having purpose is integral to success in life. This is the other article that was written by us through Spirit Medium Laura. Success is everything. Success is evolution, but not in the way you think. Success is all about becoming yourself, becoming your empowered expression of self. When you can be who you are on a fully functioning level, own it, be it, say it, do it, in love for the all, you will find that you will have meteors at your side directing you forward. You will have the universal power force of energy working in concert with you, leading you forward to your highest destiny and good. The destiny and good is nothing that you have ever dreamed of, for you still are on earth. However, if you could take a peek behind the curtain of life, you would understand that everything you've ever dreamed of is even more magnificent than anything you could ever have imagined. We love you. We are your beings of light. Namaste. Well, they're on a roll today, guys. Woo-wee. I started to channel more lately. I started this work through, well, I became aware of that I became aware that I wasn't human when I started channel, which was over 30 years ago. I knew something was up. And after that, I did it for like, on my own with my own tools, techniques for many, many years. And then when I started to do the work for others, I stopped the channeling for myself. And all of a sudden recently, I realized I have to start that again because there's a lot of good stuff that will come from that. Okay, and so I'm going to go to the first person that is wanting an Otherside connection. Again, thank you, Jackie and Susie. You will be first in the regular readings. Wow, there's a lot of people here today. Whoa! We have Tammy, we have Brittany, and we have Tammy. Tammy, I have two Tammys, different area codes. That both of them want Otherside connections. Going to Brittany because she's the first one that called in. Hi, Brittany.
Hello.
Hi, sweetheart. Okay, so let's see who's from the spirit world for you, love. Okay? I keep here.
Okay.
All right, Brittany, 715, loving person. There's a calm, motherly figure here for you. Very sweet and loving energy. She shows me holding a baby in her arms, meaning that she must have been able to hold you when you were a baby, but I won't interpret. I'll just say she holds a baby in her arms. She has original hair color, brown. It's on the shorter side. It has a little bit of wave to it. It has some white in it. She's she says she has a matronly figure as she gets older. I'm not sure what that means. I do see her. I guess just a little bit wider, nothing fat, an average build, if you will. Good size bust line, but nothing out of proportion. Her hips get a little bit narrower. She's got a little bit of stomach on her. She's wearing a skirt that goes like to mid-calf, and she's wearing shoes that are very practical, if you will. Not real high heels. It reminds me of somebody to be older category, if you will, when she's on Earth. She says you were a beautiful baby, and she held you in your arms when you were born. She says you look a lot like her, particularly your nose and around your mouth and your eyes. And she says, then she makes a laugh. She makes a joke. She says, well, what else is there on the face? The nose? So what she shows me is you as a baby. I'm assuming it's you. Okay? And you have these doe lips, and you have a little nose. It's just a little pointed. It's kind of cute, pointed, and these beautiful arched eyes, like almond-shaped eyes that go up, but you're not dark-skinned, you're more light-skinned, if you will. She's got to go back to her. Now, your name is Brittany, but I don't know why she would, I don't know why she would be giving me a name that's like a C-A-R name, like a Carmela, a Carmelina, or Carmen, something like that. But I just get that name around this subject, if you will. Does that have any significance to you, please?
Not at this time.
Okay, well, just hold on to it. There's also a sense of this particular woman of having something going on in her chest and her lungs. So now I've given you a couple of different pieces of evidence. Do you understand this person at all from what I'm saying?
No.
Okay. You have a grandma in spirit, love, or a mother?
A grandma.
Okay, and I don't know who you're trying to talk to, but I'm pretty sure this is one of your grandmas. Okay. Now, I'm not sure why you won't understand her, but I'm going to try a little bit more. Did any of your grandmas die of something to do with lung issues, please?
No.
Okay. Did either of them have dark hair as its original color? It's shorter. It's not real short. It's kind of like evenly layered, but that's on the shorter side. It's got a nice little wave to it and some white hair coming in. Would either of them have hair like that, please?
Kind of, yeah.
Both of them, or just one, honey?
Well, I have a great grandmother who had blonde hair, and then my grandmother on my dad's side was Italian, so she had real dark brown hair.
Okay, and there might be some C-A-R, Carmen, Carmelina, Carmelas on the father's side. Okay, that's because it's Italian, which is an Italian name, and that's why I was a little stumped. Because, not the Carmen name, but Carmela or Carmelina or something, because your name's Brittany, it doesn't sound Italian to me. You know what I mean? Okay. All right, so she's showing me, I think that this is the woman. Now, I don't know what happened to her when she passed, but she does show me something going on in her chest, so I'll leave it at that for now, all right? She's not overweight, but she's not real skinny either, the way she shows me herself, and she's wearing just like a regular kind of blouse. It's pretty. It's kind of like, it's an off-white. It's got just a nice blouse. I don't know how to explain it, really. It's just like a more refined, or I don't have the right words. She's not flat-chested. She's got a big chest, actually, but it's not out of proportion for the body she's holding you when she's a baby. I'm going to just go to one or two more things with her, honey, just so we can get a firm ID on that, and then we'll try to get something more for you. Because if you're not understanding your grandmas, you're obviously not thinking of your grandmas, and that means you have something else in your mind, right? This is what this happens. I'm experienced in these matters. I want to talk to somebody else. I don't want to talk to any of my grandmas. Okay. But let me just clear her, okay? So she's here with you. She's eating a gob of cake right now. And so, that to me means somebody's birthday just happened or is going to happen. Do you know anybody? I have a feeling it's yours, because she's still holding you as a baby in her hands and she's eating some cake. Do you understand cake, please, for birthday?
I understand cake.
All right. She says you're a very good girl, and she says she loves you very much. She says you're taking really good care of yourself now. You're getting involved with somebody new on the earth plane. She says that's good for you also. That means love, okay? Now, I don't know who else you're wanting, but let me just see. Is there somebody else for Brittany, please? I felt before that there was a mother for you, honey, so maybe your own mother is in spirit. I'm not getting much more wait a minute, there is something coming in. All right, wait a second. There's an image of a girl on a chair with baloney curls, and her hair is in a medium color brown. Do you have a sister, honey?
Yeah, she's blonde.
Well, okay, light hair. It looks light. Okay. She's a little older than you?
Nope.
Okay. Who is it? There is somebody showing me a girl that's in spirit. Okay, there's more in your age group. Would you understand a woman in spirit that's in your age group? This is what I'm seeing right now.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what they're trying to show me, all right? And that I think that's who you're wanting to speak with. And the image I'm first getting is when she's more like a young teenager and she has like baloney curls, like I don't know how else to say it, but like she just set her hair. She's a little bit older than you. Okay, she's not as young as you. She's a little bit older than you. Now, do you understand the one you're thinking of being a little older than you, please?
No, she was in my grade.
She was in your grade? Well, she may be a little older than you by a minute. Is she a little older than you by a minute?
Yeah, she could be.
All right, because I've gone to these things. I mean, they're coming in. She's very smart, she says, when she's on Earth. Very smart in school. She says, would you know if she was smart in school, honey? I need to go through this very specifically with you. Would you know if she was good in school?
I don't really remember. We went to school together, but we weren't paying attention in class.
All right. Well, she says she's very smart in school. She says you and her got along really, really well. She shows me things like playing games and stuff. One of the games she's showing me, believe it or not, is patty cake. You know what that game is? Where you clap your hands together and you clap them against the hands of the other person. So that's kind of given me an idea of how old she was at that time. She says she cares for you very much. I just want to get something here. So her hair color, remember you told me your sister is on Earth and has blonde hair. This one has brown, but it's not real dark brown hair. At the age where she would have still been curling it in these little round curls that kind of come down. Would you know if her hair was light brown? Would you know that, please?
Her hair was pretty dark as well, and it was like really tight ringlet curly.
All right,
I knew her in high school.
Okay, that's fine. So that maybe when she was much younger, and you didn't know her then. Maybe when she was much younger, it was that color, but she's not a blonde. She's a brown, and she has these round curls in her hair. That's close enough for the moment, because I haven't gotten you to really know it's her yet. So I have to go with these strings, honey, until we can get a firm ID, love. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Now there's something. There's something going on in her chest and in her heart area. Now, usually when somebody dies younger, it's usually an accident, but she is showing me something in her chest cavity that is related to her heart. Would you understand a heart issue for this person, please?
I don't know.
You don't know how she passed?
What the mechanism of? She was in a car wreck, but I don't know what
All right.
Anything other than that.
All right. Well, that's what I was trying to say is I don't know if it was an accident. I only know that she shows me her heart is bothering her. So there could have been something involved in the accident that I'm conjecturing a lot here, and I'm sorry because I don't have enough to work on, love. But what I'm saying, if she had something emotional going on at the moment, that could be another way of looking at the heart. Okay. In other words, maybe she was upset when she was driving, or maybe she was drunk. I don't know. She didn't say. All she showed me is in the chest cavity, heart. Let me see if she wants to say something that will actually be able to bring forth for you, love, and then I'll get on to the next caller. I want to bring something in good. Okay. She cares about you very much. Okay, hold on. She says that you were around her when she passed. Not exactly in her vicinity, but you were around her in her life, or you knew where she was, or you were friends at the time. Would you understand that you were friends at that time?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And that you were looking in on her a lot about her own health. Now that says something. I'm not sure what it means, but you were looking in on her about her own health and what she was doing with her life. She wasn't doing good things with her life. She was very upset about something. She was always like left behind. Here we go with school again. Even though she's smart, naturally she's showing me left behind or not doing the things that she needs to do to focus on her grades to get ahead. She seems to be acting out, and she seems to be doing things that are negative for her health. Would you understand that, please?
Sure.
All right. That she's on the borderline of showing me like drinking, smoking. Not that smoking is so bad, but just drinking, smoking, doing her own thing. She's tardy for school. She's a bit of acting out, and not applying herself at that time in her life. And she says that this is the thing that leads to her demise or her destruction at the end of her life, is that she really was in a rebellious phase of her life and doing something that she shouldn't have been doing. It seems to be that she's under the influence, or somebody she's with is under the influence that is driving. I also feel a male around her, either in her life at that time or in the car with her. I'm going to find out what that's about before I say anything, love. Hold on. There's a male with her in the car. Would you understand that, please?
I don't know who the driver was.
Okay. Do you know if there was a male? She wasn't driving then, right?
They don't believe she was driving. They really couldn't tell. But I don't know if it was a man or a woman that was with her.
Okay. Well, she's saying that there was a male with her that was driving, because she wasn't the one driving, and she wasn't the only one drinking. Ha ha. There was alcohol involved. Do you understand that, please, or you don't know?
Yeah.
Okay. She says that there's something about her little pinky. Hold on. I know this sounds a little bizarre. Did she ever make a promise with you? Did she ever promise you something? Something important, like she's like saying, like as if you made a pinky wish. Go ahead.
She was supposed to. I moved away, and she was gonna come see me after my baby was born, and she died before that happened.
Oh, well, she's showing me that by saying, showing me that like kind of like she made a promise. It was like with the pinkies, when you put your pinkies together. I would never think of this, believe me, but she's showing me that. She says, I'm sorry that I disappointed you. She says, I did the wrong thing, Brittany, and I didn't listen to you because you were around me at that time in my life, and you told me things that I should have known about myself, and I didn't listen to you. And I apologize to you, and also to my family through you, if you would please give them a message or something like that from me. And there's also a name or word or something that goes with this, which is like a Theo or a THE, like a name maybe. So I'm just going to leave that with you in case it has any bearing on the subject at all. Okay, Brittany, I want to thank you so much, honey, for calling in today.
Okay, thanks for your time.
Thank you, honey. Bye-bye. Okay. Bye. So sorry, everybody, this has taken me so long, but I have to bring these souls through in the best way that I can. We have 2 Tammys waiting for Otherside connections. So if you're wanting another side connection, Monica, for example, love, calling in earlier will help you get in the queue. Tammy is the second one. That was the one Susie cleared for me. Hi, Tammy. How are you, honey?
Good. How are you?
Good. Okay. I'm going to try to move a little faster because we have a lot of people waiting, and just that last one was hard. It was difficult for me to read for. Okay, Tammy, so you're at 586. You're a very loving person. I believe I have a mother figure here. Hold on. There's something about light blue all around the situation. Okay, there's a woman. She's showing me herself when she's younger. She's dressed in like a 50s 50s or 60s outfit. I can't really, I don't want to say what age it is, but it's certainly not around our time. So she's an older woman to you, but she shows me herself when she's younger. She has brown hair in its original color. She's a very beautiful woman, actually. She has a straight nose, white skin, full lips. She's a loving person. She's playing with you as a baby right now. I believe that she's your mother, or she's probably, maybe she's grandmother, but she has dark hair. Would you understand your mother had dark hair, please?
My mother's still alive, so it would have to be with the grandma.
Okay, would you understand your grandmother had dark hair, please?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Very good-looking woman. Goodness gracious. She looks like she was a young grandmother. Okay, like when you were born, or maybe it's with her own
Mhm.
children, but would you understand she was a young grandmother, please? Like you were born when she was still pretty young.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, I'm not sure about that because it also could be her looking at her own children, your mother included, or whoever it is. I know you don't know if this. We don't know if this is your mom's mom yet or your father's mom yet. So I'm going to
Right.
I'm going to talk to her. Would you please let me know who you are? Please give me an update on your appearance before you passed, and also, okay. All right, she's showing me herself a little bit older now. She's showing me herself with a thermometer. I don't know what that means, ma'am. Please give me some information. This is for Tammy, 586 area code. Okay, whoever this woman is no longer looking beautiful. She's she's gained weight. She's got an older face. Her nose now, whoever this is wider. Her cheeks hang a bit. Very calm personality, very kind person. She doesn't get in anybody's way. There's sickness and illness in the family on Earth right now. Somebody has a temperature is not feeling very good. And also, I don't know why she's going to you or people on Earth, but I have to follow through. Do you have a son, please, Tammy?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Okay. Is your father alive, please?
No.
Oh, your father. Oh, this could be your father's mother then. Maybe that's where we're trying to go with this. Okay. Now, he died. So then what she's trying to say is he died of an illness. She's not coming in very clearly. Grandma, do you want to step aside? Okay. Tonight is not my night for making other side connections. Hold on. Okay. Do you want to step aside, please, and let your son through? There's also something about ice cream sundaes. I don't know what she means. Okay, so she has a thermometer. She's showing me somebody in the family is sick or was sick. She gives me the feeling of his son that's down the family line. And I asked if your father's in spirit. You say I asked if he's on earth or not, and you said he's in spirit. So I have a feeling that she's trying to lead us to him. Please come in. Okay, he has a fever towards the end of his life. Would you understand his elevated temperature for Dad, please?
I don't know.
Was he ill, please?
I don't know.
Was he ill, please?
Yeah.
Don't tell me what.
Yeah,
Don't tell me how. He was ill. Okay. Did he have dark hair in its original color, please? Dark hair, please.
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, whoever this is, the image they're giving me of, which I assume is your father, is a little bit when he's a little bit younger looking, actually, and he looks a lot like an actor from the past. He's very good looking. I'll just say like this: very good looking, rugged He-Man type. I'll just use the prototype rather than try to find the name of the actor. Clark Gable. He looks a lot. This image they show me is a lot like Clark Gable. He's a good-looking man. He has high cheekbones and even features, full nose, and his eyebrows kind of come down a little bit on the sides. Very good-looking man. He also seems to show that he has eyes. I'm not describing Clark Gable exactly. I'm doing your father right now, okay? I see eyes that are a little bit lighter. They're either hazel. They look like they're hazel or green. There's something like in that family of colors. Did you understand it for Dad's eyes, please?
No, his eyes were blue.
Okay, but they're in the lighter family, yes?
Yeah.
All right. I was trying to be broad because I couldn't see it exactly. Okay. I have to play with this a little bit. Give me a break here. He's slender. He's tall. He's a little bit okay. Your father has a slender, tall build. It looks also like he's smoking cigarettes from time to time. Would you understand that about Dad? At least at some point in his life, maybe when he was younger, he's shown me with a cigarette. He's showing me a narrow build and slender. Would you understand that, please?
Yeah.
Okay. Very very calm. Okay, very kind of. Okay, now he's showing me things going on with his health. Okay, he has cardiovascular issues and also lung issues. He's got some problem there in the chest area. Looks like there's a myriad of things going on. I don't know exactly what it is that actually takes his life. You can fill that in for me, please, Dad. Not you, Tammy, but Dad. Okay, his problem with his lungs mostly. Okay. He probably has cardiovascular, like a heart attack. He probably has had heart attacks, but it's his lungs that choke him to death. And that's what he's saying. Do you understand that, please, for Dad's passing? You do?
Yeah.
Okay. You do? Okay, good. Thank you. He says, I'm practically choking when I'm leaving Earth. He says, I'm sorry that I left the family that way. It was not an easy passing for me, nor for anyone else. He says, I'm much better now. Mom, my mother is not your mother, his mother is taking care of me. I'm sorry that she didn't come in that clearly before, but she's here with me. There's a few other people around me as well. It seems that he must have been smoking up till the end. Do you understand that, please?
No.
Okay. Well, the reason I say that is because he says to me, I'm still smoking in the spirit world. It must have been very hard for him to stop smoking then. Was it hard for him to stop smoking? I don't know. He just says, I'm still smoking in the spirit world, meaning that it must have been, there's something about that habit of smoking that's very important to talk about.
I wonder if it's my stepdad or if it's my dad that's coming through to you. Did they give you an initial or?
Well, I told you, let's just go through the facts. What we just heard is that he's slender build, tall, pulmonary issues, meaning lungs, smokes, dark hair, good-looking man. And you said you're not sure if it's your stepfather or your biological father? Is that what you said?
Right.
All right.
Because my dad didn't. He stopped smoking when he was in his early 40s.
And your stepfather continued to smoke?
Yeah.
Okay, well then he just gave us enough to say that he's still smoking in the spirit world, which means that it's probably your stepfather if everything else fits in. Okay? Did your stepfather die of lung issues, please?
No.
Oh, well then and your father did. Your father died of lung issues. Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
All right, see why you're so confused.
Well,
all right, well, let's just leave this smoking alone for a while, okay? For a moment or two, okay? So he dies. There's two things going on with your biological father, or the man I think we have as your biological father. There's heart problems and there's lung issues. Did you know about your father's heart issues besides the lungs, please?
Yes.
All right. He's a very calm personality. He doesn't get excited very easily, but he says that he also holds things in a lot. Would you understand that for Dad, please?
Yeah.
Okay, and there's also another, he also has a habit that's not very good for him. It seems to be connected to his holding things in a lot. I believe he might have liked to drink. Do you understand that for Dad, please?
No.
Okay. He just gave me that impression that holding things in a lot was very stressful for him, and he needed to have a release sometimes to do something. So I don't know what that would be. Okay, maybe you can fill in the blank on that by thinking about it. But he shows me a lot of stress and tension in his life. He's not expressing himself well. He doesn't know how to get words out of his mouth. He's sort of a strong silent type, but not expressing himself well. And that others around him feel that he's distant and detached quite a bit. And you didn't have really the most conversant relationship with him. Would you understand that, please?
No.
You didn't. You had a very good, close relationship with Dad?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what's wrong then, Tammy. I'm going to have to let you go, darling. I don't know because I don't usually have these kind of issues, but tonight for some reason it's blocked. Okay, honey? Thank you so much, love.
Right. Okay.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, sorry that I took so long with all the other side connections. I'm going to go to the people who made donations, and we're going to go to Jackie, and then we'll go to Susie, and then we'll go to the other people remaining. So Jackie, I'm so sorry to keep you waiting so long. And I know you made 2 donations, so I guess you have 2 questions. Go ahead and ask the first one and do not give me background, love. Go ahead.
I want to know what's coming up for me in the love department.
Okay, so will she have love or won't she have love is the question. And by the nature of that question, I'm going to assume you do not have love right now. If you do, you need to tell me because this is a radio show and I can't spend a lot of time probing.
I do not.
Okay, good. Jackie, love. Is she going to have love? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? You will have love in the near future. It won't take you that long. You're not overly selective. You are a person that is lovable and knows how to love. There have been some kind people for you in the past, and there's another one coming in very soon in the near future, and he's in your vicinity. You don't have to travel far to know him. I don't want to do fortune telling. It's not really what I do, and I don't really know what to say to you other than I do see somebody coming in. And okay, there's one other thing he's saying about himself. There's something about him being very studious and schooled, and if you're thinking of going back to school or studying something new, that would be a likely way that you're going to meet him.
Oh, I'm in school right now. I'm finishing up a master's degree.
Okay, so then it's very likely that you'll be meeting him through school.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's what they're showing me, because he's in the schooling environment as well. He's going for education as well. So keep your eyes peeled. If there's anything social to do around the school scene, try to get involved with that, or anything that has to do with networking, try to get involved with that so you can expose yourself to some new people. Okay?
Okay.
All right, and let me just see one last thing before I let you go on that question, and then I just want to see if you know him already. If you don't know him, he'll be somebody new coming in.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now what was? Yeah.
I think I only made one donation.
Oh, all right. That's good. That's fine. I was going to say I'd rather not do two for you because I want to spread the love. So if you did, I will refund the other one. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sweetheart.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, love.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Okay. Sorry about this. I spent so much time on the other side connections. They weren't easy tonight. Go ahead, honey. Go give me your question, my beautiful friend, Susie. Go ahead, love.
Hello, doll.
Hi.
I will be meeting with Chris tomorrow, and I wanted to see if Spirit feels this will go well as far as future connection with him.
Yeah, I do feel. Let me just really barrel down on this. Hold on. Drill down on it. Chris, yes. Well, no. I feel I've already told you this a few times. I feel he's very sincere. He really means it. He means what he says. And I do feel he's going to be making changes in his life. It's hard for me, Laura, to believe it, but that's what Spirit is saying. He's going to be making changes.
Oh, very good.
He really wants to move forward with his life. You're a very meaningful catalyst to him, and not a bad looking one at that. I almost feel him like jumping up and down, like thrilled, like I'm going to move forward and I have beautiful Susie to help me. That's what I get.
Okay, very cool. Very, very cool. I really need him to open up to me, though, and that's what I'm looking for.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, let's see what happens, love, okay? I do feel it's good.
Okay, doll.
And thank you so much for your donation.
Very much.
Thank you, love. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye, honey. Okay. So we are now going to go to Ginny, who's been waiting a very long time. Oh, Ginny, you poor baby. You poor baby. All right.
That's quite all right.
Oh, all right. Here I am. Go ahead and ask your question. Hi, love. Go ahead and ask your question, sweetheart.
All right. My daughter Nancy, who's 49, has been self-employed for 17 years. Well, now she has to get a job because business has been very bad. Can you guide me as to where she could apply, where she'd have best chances?
Okay. And you said her name is Nancy?
Yes.
Okay, 49. Hold on. All righty. Nancy for Ginny. Mommy Ginny. She likes to get out.
Yep.
She likes to be outdoors a lot, or out. She doesn't want to be behind a desk. You're not the desk type, so I'm going to go with that right away. That's what the first thing they're telling me. I don't know about getting a job yet in that area or in that way, but they say she needs to be outside doing things. She needs to be out. She's an adventurous type. Hold on. Nancy. She's very smart, very industrious, outgoing personality, likes people a lot, could get ahead very easily in anything she chose to do. And I'm kind of feeling, I just need to double check before I say anything. Just one second. I think that she could do very well in an entrepreneurial kind of place where she was sort of in sales or something like that, where she's a self-starter. She's out of the office. She's not sitting behind a desk. She's talking to people. She's solving things, solving problems for them. I just want to see the kind of sales it would be, because there's many different kinds of sales. And for every sales job, it's a whole different, some sales jobs are horrible and other jobs are just wonderful. Let me just see for Nancy. 49, very good looking too, very pretty.
Yes.
She's got a lot going for her. Very smart, beautiful body, slender, outgoing, egalitarian, even-tempered, very tenacious. Hold on, what kind of sales would be best for her, please? Or working with people is the most important thing. Anything where she's solving problems for them and making a change in their life, where she feels she's really making a change in their life, will really help her get ahead, because that will motivate her. She needs to know that what she's doing is something good for others. So she needs to be selling something. If she's selling, part of a cause, part of a constructive shift. Okay, I'm still asking you, Spirit, to give me something specific now, okay, for Nancy, because I know Mommy's wanting that. I know you're wanting, Jenny. Tell me exactly what that is. Okay.
She's an animal lover, so I know she'd love to work with animals or a vet or animal rescue.
Yeah, animal rescue won't pay the bills. We know that, right?
That's true.
Right. She's egalitarian. She wants to solve problems for people. So if we could get her something, I work, one of my clients, regular clients, she sells pet insurance, believe it or not. She loves animals, and that's how she makes a living. So anything that she could sell in. I have another client whose son sells pharmaceuticals into vets. So there's many different ways that she can use her. She doesn't want to be behind a desk. Needs to be out and about. She'd lose her mind if she had to be static. And that she's being part of a constructive thing, solutions to people's lives. And let me see if I can fit it in with the vet pet industry, and then we'll go on to the next caller. Hold on. Is there any specific way we could say for Nancy? Oh. Huh. She might, this is not an obvious thing, but there could, where do you live?
I live in Chino Hills, California.
California. There was a feeling about real estate before, but now all of a sudden they're showing me like she might want to get this one. Are there horses in your area?
Yes.
Because she might want to specialize in selling properties that would house specific kinds of animals, horses in particular. Okay, so that's an idea, but they were giving me real estate, but now, you told me about pets, and all of a sudden they show me a corral with a horse in it. So anything to do with housing of animals and or locations for animals and finding solutions for animals that would have to do with land and or structures could be very, very good for her. So that's a broad thing, because there's so many different ways to apply that. But look at her love of nature, her love of the outdoors, her love of animals, her love of people, her love of constructive solutions. Put it all together, and you get things like that. Okay.
Okay, it sounds wonderful. Thank you so much, Laura.
You're welcome, honey. Thank you.
God bless. Bye-bye.
God bless. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye-bye, honey. Oh, I'm so sorry. Bye. So sorry it took so long. Okay, going to the next person who's wanting a life reading. And we have another Brittany here. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm trying to be fair and balanced and try to find the people who have been waiting the longest. Should I go for that, or should I go for this? Okay, hold on, please. Did I do this? No, I didn't do this. Oh, this is the other Tammy who's wanting an Otherside connection. And she has been waiting here the longest of everybody, so I will go there. Tammy.
Hi.
Hi, sweetheart. Okay, we're going to try again with the other side. I was well, I was somewhat on point, but for some reason or other, there's a lot of interference tonight for me to be bringing in souls from the other side. Don't know why. Okay. I think that, I mean, I brought them in, but they weren't to the level of clarity I like. Okay, so Tammy's, you're at 507 area code. Sniff around you and see who's there. The loving person in the spirit world for you. I'm sorry, for me. She's here for me to say to you. She has a heart of gold. She's very loving like you. She presents in the area of grandmother on your mother's side. Now, I don't know if that's who you're wanting, but that's who's presenting right now. I'll give you more information. You do have a grandma on mom's side in spirit, please, yes?
No.
Oh, all right. Huh. Wow, you're lucky. Well, she's sitting there. Okay, I don't know what that's all about. Then it could be a great grandma then on your mother's side. Then that is who's there. She's right there in that area. Let me go sniff around your aura again a little bit more, honey. Hold on, see what else we get.
Okay.
Hold here. Okay. I don't know. I'm not finding anybody that's stepping forward for you, sweetheart. So you're going to have to, unless it's a great grandmother who you might not know very well, which is what I'm seeing right now on your mother's side. I might as well develop it. Actually, I will develop it a little because it may lead to something else. And even though the show may end, I will stay with you. Okay. So this particular woman that steps forward has long piano fingers and likes to play music. Do you know anybody in the family history like that, please? Piano.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. And here again is your mother's mother. Would you understand that, please?
No.
Okay. Is on the mother's side of the family, please?
But it could be my mother's grandmother, yes.
Okay. So it's on the mother's side of the family is what I'm getting very strongly. And it does have to do with your grandmother's place. It could also be a grand aunt. Okay. I'm going to get you more information and then we'll see where this leads. She's very smart when she's younger. She looks a lot. She has a straight nose. She has round face, full lips. She looks a little bit like, I won't say that because you may not understand that. She has medium brown hair. Okay. What else can you show me, please? I'm asking her. She's showing me in her chest. She has a chest problem, something in her chest area. It seems to be a heart problem or heart issues and a lot of fatigue to go with that. I'm not going to ask you if you understand it yet because I need to develop it a little bit more, sweetheart. The way she's saying it is it's as if it could be something that's it's a little different than the normal kind of passing. Let me just see which one. She's very good with, okay, we already said piano. We already said hair, brown hair, medium color. I see her dressed in an old-fashioned outfit that would be from a different era. She's still young in the photo that she's showing me. So she could have died at a younger age, and she could have died of something to do with the heart. That's why, because she says fatigue. But I want her to tell me. Bear with me, please. Come on, step forward, love. Come on. Okay. You're not showing me anything. There's also a name like an M-A-R name, like a Mary. That's a very common name. It could be Marilyn, Mary. It could be Margaret. I'll just leave that with you for a moment. It's such a universal name that really not going to help much unless you know specifically what it is right off the bat. But hold on, let me see what else I can. Congestive heart failure. Okay, she says congestive heart failure. I don't think you can identify her from piano and heart failure. Is there any way that you can? Brown hair in its original color, heart failure, and she's a piano player, and she seems to be down the mother's line. Do you understand that for anyone you know yet? I can continue to develop it.
Okay, this is crazy. My mother's mother does have brown hair.
90 seconds.
You're describing her perfectly, except she's still here. She's still alive. But she does have congestive heart failure right now.
Oh, yeah. Especially, well, then that means, you know, that somebody in spirit is Okay, somebody in spirit is just is talking about her. That's why we're getting this kind of message. Okay.
60 seconds.
And did her mother play the piano, please, or a sister of hers, or someone who plays the piano?
No, that would be, I know for a fact on my dad's side, but they could have on my mom's side, but her mother passed a long time ago.
Okay, because actually this woman did say something about your father, and all of a sudden she was going to your father's side. So the woman that you're thinking of that plays the piano is like your father's mother. Is that it? Is that it, love?
Yes.
All right. So that would make sense then, because it's your other grandmother's talking about the grandmother on Earth. All right. So now okay. So Grandma in spirit, you beautiful lady with your long piano fingers. Okay. I want you to help us out here, please. I want you to
10 seconds.
Please provide me good evidence of who you are, so we can clear that, and then you can give us a personal message about Grandma on Earth. Okay. She's very much like me, your grandmother, the one that's on Earth. We did look a lot alike, particularly in our youth. That's something that you might not recognize. I don't know, Tammy, would you understand that, please, of looking alike grandmothers?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's one of the reasons she says, Grandma and Dad's side, that your father fell in love with your mother because of the family resemblance. It felt familiar to him, she wants to say. That's interesting. I know you can't really say much about, unless maybe you do know that, but you know, your mother's looks look like, you know, your father and your mother look like they belong together. You know, they have similarities in their features and all. That's interesting. Okay, so I'm continuing to develop this grandma. That's your father's mother, if I can. She shows me that she has long hair, particularly in her youth. You may not know that. And even it looks like she prefers longer hair even when she's older. Like she might have liked to wear it back, but have bangs that are soft around the face. But it looks like the rest of the hair is like pulled away, and maybe a little ponytail near the nape of the neck or a bun there. I know it's a little unusual. Would you understand that, please, at all?
Oh, you lost me. I don't know.
All right, we'll leave
when she was younger, but
all right, we'll just leave that alone, honey. Did she wear glasses? Would you know that? Because she's wearing glasses right now.
Yes.
All right, yeah. She wore glasses. She also says that she liked to do things with her hands. Besides play the piano, she was good at like creating things, like crocheting and or knitting. Do you understand that, please, for this grandma?
Yes.
She actually says she made you a baby dress when you were born. And she says that she made it in green because they didn't know what the gender of the child would be. Would you understand that, please?
Sure. I don't know. I don't know for a fact, but it's something she would do.
Okay. Because you may check that later then. Okay. I'm going to see if I could get one or two more things. I'd like to get how she passed if she would show me. And then we'll go to your personal message about this beautiful grandma who's still on Earth with congestive heart failure. Who loves you very much, by the way, this grandma in spirit says. Okay, hold on. Grandma, please. There's something going on with Grandma in spirit's throat and neck before she passes. She's coughing a lot. There's a lot of phlegm in her throat. It's difficult for her to get air into her lungs. That could be a lot of things, but would you know that as some symptoms that she had, please? Grandma.
Yes. Yes.
That's all I need to know right now, love. Okay?
Okay.
Just hold off, love, okay? Coughing and phlegm in her throat, choking, not feeling good at all, a lot of pain in her body. She's upset about something. Okay, it's tumor in her body. So what she's got is, she seems to have cancer. Would you understand that, please?
No.
Okay, she has a tumor in her body. Would you understand that, please?
No.
All right. All right. Well,
unless she didn't, she didn't tell anyone.
Oh, so you don't know how well, what did you think she died of, love?
She died in a car accident.
Oh, my goodness. But so the coughing and the lungs, you were going to say you did understand it, but it was only maybe because of the accident. Is that it?
Yes. She could not breathe, so that's why.
Oh, you know she couldn't breathe for a fact. Okay. All right, well, we're going to leave. We're going to just see if we can get a personal message from her for Grandma on Earth or for you about that. I'm afraid to do it because everything's been so askew tonight with all of this other side stuff. Yeah, it's been weird. It's been very, very weird. Why do I see yellow hair like blonde hair? Who has blonde hair? Do you have blonde hair? Does anybody have blonde hair?
I do now. Yeah, I do now.
Oh, all right, that's fine. You're showing me blonde hair. Now, do you want to say something, Grandma, about Grandma on Earth? Just that I'm looking out for her in spirit world. We're all looking out for her, and we're trying to send her love and light. I don't know how. I don't want to bring up. I don't want to be a harbinger of doom or anything like that. But she is probably pretty senior, right? She has congestive heart failure, right? And so maybe maybe that she's just not she's not feeling so good these days, and they're just sending her love and light. So that's all I want to say about that. I thank you, Tammy, for calling in today. I'm sorry that this is so
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah, it's been a little convoluted, but hey, some days are better than others. Thank you so much, love, for calling in.
Thank you too. Have a good night.
Thank you, love.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, honey. All right, I want to thank everybody for calling in today, and I look forward to doing this all over again another time. Namaste. Oh, what am I saying another time? Wednesday at 1 o'clock. Namaste. Have a great evening, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.